Hello, Tashidele. Donc, now it's this morning we too little bit too long. Now it's too little bit we tie too short. So where is this thing?
This morning we did a longer session. Now we will do a shorter one.
Ninge samlola mutune ane ningje ko tape yakbuchi desha jaok samsunde yang anzo ke chapter nana ane gum ko inzang ane ngena gum de shayis ane mutune sanyi ma shayis.
So I was thinking after now we would continue to talk about compassion, but after carefully looking our publicity, it's not the subject. It's now we talk about meditation. So I will continue tomorrow morning when we have another session tomorrow morning. I will continue to talk about compassion.
So you
have no choice to come tomorrow. If you like to learn about more compassion, you have no choice to come tomorrow again.
Yeah, I like compassion and the wisdom to explain, you know. This is my
it's my favorite subject to explain. Great interest to talk about compassion.
But anyway, now we're talking meditation, calm abiding. Everybody is okay? Yeah, calm abiding. So how many people here in the room already have meditation course calm abiding?
Yeah, how many of you have already followed course on calm abiding meditation? You can just.
Okay. 간단한 결혼조에는 진짜 렌 차년서 대령 양교 담배 출라 야자스도 담배게 개와 루비알라 가제게에는 녀토바이나 디지게는 토바 약을 용거렸어. 가제게 토바 약이 있네요. 아니 삼노다야 삼바 라데네 데네 곰바 약을 열어서 저는 년 차년서 양교 녀라 빼무마시기다. 근데 투섬 이 공비로 야부레스. 는 사바디제디 땅 아르마신 들은 사도 쉐빈자 배야 소소라 캡산 사바를 지라고 열었더니 정말로 가봐고무셨어요.
So if you have already received this instruction on how to meditate and to achieve calm abiding, so we say in Buddhist philosophy that more we listen many times about this teaching, we will understand deeper level. It will help also to our better understanding and after improve also our meditation. So for you, it's a really great opportunity to go in this way. If your first time you listen about this teaching about meditation on calm abiding, so for you, very great profit also to learn how to practice this meditation. So anyway, in any case, everybody can be very happy and meditate on joy because you will learn something new today anyway.
가두이나 간족에 낭추스인데 제가 르바타야다 체르반다보 제가 생감 르반다보 시기 요스 텐데게 주중게 텐데게 추지 시기 메스 텐둥한도 정말로 배 년두발라 제가 등두게 랍다 청분하는 롭존신이 년년나신 제 등두게 천르백에 롭존시단다고 제제 콜라 좀젠다 르바직 삼로단에 텐데지 연구를 마도베 대가제 이지 주고도네
Yeah, we say that Buddhist philosophy teachings should be approached a little bit like when we go to university, for example. When we go to a grade school, we will learn one topic by careful analysis and listening of the subject presented. So Buddhist philosophy is not mainly subject of only faith, just following and believing without analysis. This teaching are really closely related to psychology, or even we could compare sometimes with science. We have to understand how they work and have a personal investigation and understanding. So Buddhist philosophy is not something like we just imagine or we think like something magical will happen. It's not like that.
주중에 된대게 난갈해야 돼. 룽라 때는 난갈 부야다. 된대게야 태요스. 된대 말했어. 저게 곰세야 돼. 간주셔야 돼. 곰데 오늘 리발레 때네 나 심나 디지 두단 셔기어 마도베 주중이라고 지는 믹 좀는 난갈 필요 된대게 시고 말았어.
Also maybe you could think, for example, that when we speak about meditation, we have this image of some people doing levitation, and that when you learn about meditation, you will be able to fly in the sky like that. This is not something like that. It's something to develop our inner potential, our mind. This is something inside. So that's what we should think about meditation.
텐데기 삼는다요 말했어. 먼저 드린 원내게 곰시야데 심 주주다네 심 나로라 시대 토야라고 그랬어요.
So we should not think when we talk about meditation about these things that sometimes we have like how do you say that, like something that people think sometimes about meditation, like if we meditate we will have some magical power, clairvoyance, we know the past, future, we have something like different things like that. That's not what we should think. We should really think about meditation being a great tool to transform our mind to always become more positive and peaceful. That's the main thing about meditation.
Yeah. 아니 교란족의 곰시도발라 제게 응신 두비아다보다 대바다 마음바 신야다보다 텐데게 삼노단세네 념미네 지단 야보레스 이네야 응신다 대바다 마음바 신비 이네야 되게 안에 란주기 뉴몽바데 에네 메바스네 텐데게 란주라 고야게 디지 신인상원데 디톱투고요 말레스.
So if you think in this way, you're thinking about learning meditation and practicing meditation in order to achieve these kind of things, you know, like clairvoyance or magical things. It's not something that is bad also, but it will not be able in this way to act as a way to transform the mind positively, to overcome what we call in Buddhist philosophy, the mental afflictions like anger, jealousy, etc. So the main purpose of meditation is to transform the mind and to clean of negative thinking and all these things. So that's the most important we should consider.
아니 간족에 안에 파진쇼족의 셰야게 네 곰신인데 란규 두네 되네 제 란규의 뉴몽바 되네 되네 아니 란라 고야게 디지 야부시 토약시도 제거요레스 저 데리마도베 신게 말했어.
The Buddhist philosophy main purpose is to ourselves achieve inner positive transformation in order after that it can also help others, in order to help others through our inner transformation, positive, to also do the same thing for others. That's the main purpose of Buddhist philosophy.
아니 간족의 낭족의 미유대 나 심라 다저 시대루비아 데레스 미유 데레스다.
So the main purpose of Buddhist philosophy is to achieve inner mental peace.
당기 쇼베셔야 돼 직발했어. 미유 직발했다세. 소고 카가샤브르데 미유 직발했어. 사니야 직발했어. 미유 직발했어.
So today we have like first session, now it's second session, but we spoke two different things, but actually the goal is the same. All what we'll talk also tomorrow, the goal is always the same, to achieve inner peace and happiness. That's the goal.
Yeah. 대인들 바나 난조금 미유대 당한쇼게 시바나 신게 안에 심 시디루비아레 시디루비아게 탑게 람데 당한쇼게 가리셔선 가리케션보리 닝지단 시랍 시송아스 닝지단 시랍 요야게 노다부데 당보 고두야게 노다부 사시다부 시다부 모다로세게 랑가다부 잘라룩세게 노다부데 안에 다 곰레스 시네레 댕고야레 대인들 먼저 들으니 시내셔야다 당하쇼베네 닝지단 시야티님보 네 겨와 요마르다스 게미르 겨와 메녜르 저도 삼르나 겨와 통연다스.
And we explained also this morning that the way to achieve this peace is through the practice of compassion and wisdom. So what is the foundation that permits to develop compassion and wisdom is having a peaceful mind. What we call here in Tibetan language, shine, which means calm abiding, the mind abiding in calm. So there is no contradiction with what we explained this morning. The path is the same, but now we're talking about the foundation for these qualities, which is calm abiding.
결혼족은 된대게 닝지단 시랍 약보제게 안에 심나로라 쭉발라 쭉세게 누다부데 안에 시내시게 요스. 배는 간조 즉 두지다보직 춘다보직 nen가도네 두지 신인데 렌시 샤와 인다 그 랭가르는 누제 고그로 봤어. 대난 신기 신의 신인데 나란족에다 남기 싸와 닝제다 싸원 시럽 휴지 분부 예리 시동 왔다 되게 노 시다보디 신의 신인데 뱀마스 개좀 그랬어.
So the calm abiding is also compared as a foundation or as a container. For example, whatever you like to accumulate, for example, when you go for shopping, or for example, you want to drink something like a good juice or whatever kind of thing you want to put inside, you need a good recipient, like a cup or whatever. So without this, you will not be able to take what you need. So in the same way, without this quality of calm abiding, whatever quality we like to develop, like compassion, wisdom, it will not be possible. So this way we need as a foundation, like this foundation or container, which is the calm abiding.
땅가란 저기 고야데 안에 시대세 나나 디기 야보체 되게 시대 토백이 응오버더부데 안에 닝제당 시랍세 응오버더부데 응오버데 토백이 탑더부데 신내래 탑데 신내를 때는 응오버데 닝제당 시랍토 닝제당 시랍 때는 안에 비게 시대대 통과했을 텐데 야구도 갔어.
We have as objective to find inner peace. The nature of the quality or the path that will be able to achieve that is compassion and wisdom. But the foundation or the container which permits that is the calm abiding mind. So calm abiding, the foundation, the real nature or the path of this peace that we want to achieve is compassion and wisdom. And this permits to achieve the peace that we like.
텐다베게 간조게니 짐바다보 릭반다보데 에는 간조게 파진슈조게 다이처럼 저 진다 레니엔 속에 롭젠 레니엔 속에 베진 되게 로직 저다 데 전도 생겨요레스 아주 텐데르지 셰기유스 파진슈조게 인스트럭션다보데 얼마 텐데지레스.
So if you already in the past study with us at Paramita Center in our program of activities and studies, we start usually this course about calm abiding meditation. That's like the first step that is suggested. So if you already follow this instruction, you understand this kind of logic, you know, because calm abiding is the foundation. So that's why we explain that in the first part. And after we can continue to develop compassion and wisdom, etc.
파진슈조게 안에 조단다보다 되게 리반다보다 된데게니 림바도베 셔야데 안에 된데게 산제게 공부다 툰도니 직시게 요새 야 사바케 셔게메스.
And what we explain at Paramita Center is following exactly the thinking, the thought of the Buddha himself. So it's not something that we personally created or invented. It's just in complete agreement with the Buddha's own thinking.
난저 정말로 산제에게는 다 거기에는 시용다보지 롭존 천조게 남지 림바 다 되게 제라 전연실했어. 난저 정말로 되지를 전연실했어.
So we are teaching, we are practicing in agreement with what the Buddha explained himself.
난저게 파진슈조데 된데게 에네 산제에게는 된데 땡조게 공부다보 남지 림바데 난저지 거야 땡년다보지 뭐다 땅년다보데 맞아요. 근데 파진슈조게 믹세게 남지 림바지 요마다스 난도 뭐다 땅년다보 남텔라데 믹땡년다보데.
So actually at Paramita Center we are just like looks like guiding, you know, not creating something, but just guiding or explaining, or example like driving, you know, like driver to show the path to go to the quality we need.
저런저 미두이베스다.
Do you agree?
근데 당한서 들으니 남지 림바 안에 당보데 다 신내셔야레스. 셔고 염전셔자 맞아 당보.
So the first step that we need to train in the path is the calm abiding. That's why we explain this topic.
인데송셔레스. 에네 나란조에네 다 저기 에네 갈라오라 된데게 닝제당 시랍주 시랍라 때네 란주 마투와 뉴몽버게 텐데게 답에 시원도 저도 뉴몽 마투바데 투바 쳔네 파 점바르 쳔네 메바 쳔네 아니 먼저 고야게 텐데게 니기 토발라 텐데게다 주에네 다 답시 니기나네 주 시럽을 된 거로 해서 학돈은 된 거로 해서 남이름 바라와 학돈데 닝직 심조 학돈 된 거래 학돈데 톱에 탑시라 통말 가리고 우두서는 신의 구도 승쇼레스 베네 신의 랍도 덴벨 학동기 뉴몽 남프라타와 좀 전에 통말 신의 제 수도 봤는 바진 주적의 통말의 신의 제기였어.
So what is explained in the Buddhist text is that if we want to pacify our mind, it means like to calm or to clean our mind from all kinds of mental states that are afflicting or disturbing our mind. The main factor we need to develop is the wisdom, also called here special insight, or in Sanskrit we call it vipassana. So this kind of wisdom, which is able to overcome and pacify all unpacified state of mind, needs to be accompanied or founded on the basis of a peaceful mind, which is called here calm abiding, or in Sanskrit we call that shamatha. So in many sources, like great Indian masters, like saying like, if you want to destroy or eliminate or pacify your mind from all negative state of mind, you need special insight, which is wisdom, that needs to be accompanied with calm abiding. So at first, we should try to achieve calm abiding because this is the foundation for developing a greater wisdom, which will be able to overcome whatever we like to clean from our mind.
다준도 시행성 왔을 텐데게네 탑시 니기 탑 라보데 아니 신의 생일에서 다들 시행성 왔을 네 겨와 민도 왔다. 쇼베 시야단 단다시를 겨요 말했어.
So among the two sides or the two aspects of the path to peace and happiness is from one side the wisdom and the other side the method. This morning we spoke about the method being the compassion actually. Here we speak also about the calm abiding, which is the foundation. So there's no contradiction with what we said this morning.
양 처음에 쇼 신인게 텐데게 간다. 시그르다. 간다 셰비는 간도 간가 퉁도 그랬어.
But it's possible sometimes if somebody he explain in a way that looks like contradictory. So this is not good.
Yeah. 다 되는데 발라. 만족게 다 고야라보데 디기 되게람 탑신이 되게 시디 신의 임인장. 신에 대한 만족 가제게 즉 신의 약보직 중선에 신의 되게 톱다 누바게 나란족의 닝제다 시랍데 뭐 공비든 로야라 다 휴지 팽기요레스 나란족 유라 신에 대 텐데게 즉 하데베이네 아니 나란족 고야게 람 탑신이디야 아니 투주 링보직라 대 유리 잡아 투주 링보직 고노래 대 고르도 나란족 고야 미유 시대태야 대가 나신 게 나란족 투주를 무지 돌아라고 그랬어. 당연한도 오늘 욕보라 된다게 제게 아니 고야게 디지도 구구드네. 아니 다 탑신이들 남 탑신이 공부 당고래 대당의 탑 이학쇼데 신의 공부였어.
So calm abiding being the foundation for the development of other qualities such as wisdom and compassion, the more we develop expertise or like good quality of calm abiding, stable mind in peace, more it will be easy to develop strong compassion and wisdom. If we don't achieve this kind of calm abiding mind, so whatever quality we like to develop, because the foundation is not correctly established, so it will be difficult to develop other qualities. So that's why if we want to progress to more peace, at the foundation, calm abiding is very important.
다 결혼도 두바레스. 결혼도 오늘게 심나 시디 야부지 구구드네. 안에 통마나 당보. 얘네 즉 심 시디네야라. 베니 시네스디 발어디. 오 심 시버네야라 오텔라. 다 안에 토나다 인식이 얘네 다 용거레스. 대라 잉마셰브체 통중답 제샤베네 네 현다 장마로네 통중 소소소소게 네 람라 소소 통중 제샤르지 소소고라 소소게 네 메단샤브레 출룩샤레.
So it's your own personal choice, your own personal decision. But if we want to achieve personal peace, inner peace, because the calm abiding mind is the foundation of that. So that's something that we should consider very important. If we don't consider it important and we just say, oh, I don't need that. So actually, the path that we need to achieve peace will be also difficult to achieve. So that's why we try to develop this quality.
다행히 신혜선이 간대지 구구여라 시행인다스.
So what we do to achieve calm abiding?
신혜선이 간대지 구구래서네. 신혜선이 되게 콜라 둠바다 무바다 준주다 텐데게 다즉 소속의 노바다 둠바다 무바 준주 지야데 가르치그래서네. 텐데게 고야게 아니 대화데 디지데 톰도기 람 아니 닝제다 시랍라 텐데게 베종 베 가베게 베종 만족이 라그레스네 신장기 아니 베 텐데 심다 루심 닝가로 텐데게 람 고미야라 베 트로나 쳔보 요더니 람 고미야라 텐데게 렐로다보 릭테도 렐로그 릭테도 메더니 베 트로나다 베 양보다 베 가두이나 베 테가란 지야레 베 응암더니 그 부구 춘중게 안에 초콜릿 사바나신 그 라바나신 그 베 텐데게 베 안에 제 대화디 디지 톰도다 잠닝질라 람지 림발라 롭종 친두게 베 tundu 슉 첨부시고 그랬어. 텐데 첨부시고 그래서 가르스네 So
what do we need in order to achieve this inner peace we call calm abiding? We need a very strong aspiration and motivation, looking like the motivation of a small kid who likes to receive chocolate. When he likes to receive chocolate, so he's so much, agitated, so much not agitated, but so much, desire, aspiration. So this kind of mind, this kind of great desire and aspiration, like enthusiasm, that we need. So with this kind of mind, we will be able to overcome any kind of laziness that could happen during the process of trying to achieve this quality, because laziness will be a kind of hindrance. And if it happens, it will harm our practice. So we need to develop very great enthusiasm for that.
dumba gyawala trobe gyawasidu tandangaranzo goyagi tendege na simjula shide digi goyagi tela gyawa tela trobe dumba dan zunju shuk chamboji yula majebe yina tene ngaranzo ge ene semdege nyumungba ne chungwada gobata ane nganzoge jing인다 보다 ane gyawashinjo kanga jinro megyobangondu juyo jinro bada ane nyumung ballepsone kola nyebodanya je nyumungme shangwandu rodo nyenda boda yamane gyawaji yakboji drubji yakboji gyawa yungge yubena nyumung ba tege jeyo ya gyawashinjo de kadugla ko la nuchedoni tendege ringmangboji yare tende ngaranzo tende gyawala trobe zunju de shuk chambo jejesone 니바 대탐절로 좀도 그래서 된대게 든두지고 그래서 신장게 뒤진대와
So also why this enthusiasm, or what we could call also joyous effort, is important for the practice of meditation and to achieve calm abiding is because in our mind many kinds of hindrance will present during we practice meditation. For example, kind of mental dispersion, distraction, or agitation, or a kind of mental dullness or laxity or lethargy or even sleep. Or there will be also a mind forgetting. Usually we should be mindful during meditation, but we will forget about. So all these things will frequently and strongly happen if we are not enough enthusiastic for the meditation. And if we have this enthusiasm, we will have the strength, even if these things happen, because we have so much like earnest desire to achieve that. So we will have the energy and we will not fall prey to the mental hindrances. So that's why we need this strong enthusiasm.
다 텐다베 안에 겨와라 쪽에 안에 텐데기 신내데 토발라 텐데 기망부시도 가스 기그봐 디 기데 매발 소야기 탑라 템바다 시신레스 텐데기 겨와라 쪽에 디 심들라 템바다 시신게 약고 심선에 텐데기 기텔라 심데 마당와시 미게베초로 마당와시 템바다 시신게 겨와라 쪽에 준두라 제직도 즉 내데 내 손에 안에 심들라 아니 시디샤브레스 슈바르 네브레스 어떤데 고거레스 테네베 탑라 다또 가리장우스네 아니 참바데 시신.
In order to be able to overcome all these kind of hindrances that will happen during meditation, like agitation, laxity, etc. So we need two very important special tools that we call mindfulness and vigilance, that are actually represented also in the process of meditation by the monk having in his hand two tools to tame the elephant, which is his own mind. So if we have these two tools that we carry with us in the meditation, so we will be able to stop all kinds of mental hindrance that could happen. And this in itself will permit to your mind to stay still, abiding in a calm state, which will not be possible if these hindrances happen and you don't apply the good antidote with mindfulness and vigilance. So that's why mindfulness and vigilance are the two necessary tools if we want to achieve calm abiding.
That is one. Tendege simde nyumungba namdo chingwada gobala mashobe tap shine sidubala gomeage shine sidubala nyamnenchiya nanzoge lakchada uteyade ane 참바데 시신이 레스타 저 신의 토백에 탑람 냠내 지야데 안에 소속에다 수준이 수잡시 메제딩라 안에 참바데 시신 중요 용달라 니코베 살아야 참바데 시신 중요야 되게 좀 그랬어.
So mindfulness and vigilance are the two necessary, very important tools in order to achieve a stable and peaceful state of mind we call calm abiding. So we should exercise, we should train in these qualities of mindfulness and vigilance, not only during kind of meditation session, but also during all our daily activities, so 24 hours a day, and even possibly in our dreams and our sleep. So that's the best situation.
텐데게 나란조 템바데 시신 양보지 승투서나 나란조 그 셈데 셈난도 제직바 띵인지라 네토래 해놓다.
If we can always be together with these qualities of mindfulness and vigilance, we will be able to keep the mind single pointed on one object, and this will bring inner peace.
텐데게 띵인진 텔라 때네 테네 셈 오 텐데게 겨와라 쪼베 제직베 에네 텐데게 템바다 텐신이게 심베
So this kind of mind that we call concentration, that is able to stay single-pointedly on its focus, object of focus, needs to be accompanied with mindfulness and vigilance. And this will be possible if we develop, train in these qualities. This concentration that we try to develop in order to achieve calm abiding has 9 stages.
안에 가르시에는 된대게 셈네베 탑부샤게 요아레에서는 나란족에 셈데 된대게 겨왈 쪽에 루심 시장게 대화게 셈베 셈제직바 네발라 기 된대게 중화 고바 나미 뉴뭉바 망고시 제게 요아레스 대 매바 소베 탑라 띵인지나 되네 반림신의 짐바 구
Why are there 9 stages, represented from the bottom of this image until here? Because during our process of developing mindfulness and vigilance, there will be lots of presence of hindrances, which will diminish progressively. So from the first one to the 9th level, you will see the diminution and at the end, the complete elimination of these hindrances.
텐주방 알아서 텐데게 신의 톱에 심네베 탑 구데 냠네 시두발라 통만한 냠네 시두발라 데스 갈레카보여레스 가르세는 알아서기 긱 베는 알아서기 제게 니다 디목다 중화다 텐데게 베 슉첨복 연애 알아서기 셈딩인데는 미네베 긱 망고치고요레 대나신게 되네 딱 고바 다 남밍라 초발라 소베게 텐데게 다 링망고지게 곰탕보 자두발라 심딩인지나 네 마지바시네 텐데 로로 망고지 제대로 쇼고요레스 텐데발라 곰탕보 자두발라 뱀마시게 심낭도 조게라 아니 뱀마시까네 가고요레스 테네야 림방아바 투발렘도발라 텔렐할할도레스 가르세네 텐데게 기기제데 뇽뇽 심레스 냥가더보데 충충 심레스
When we try to achieve this mental peace, at first it will be a little bit difficult. In the beginning, will be more difficult because at the beginning we have a stronger presence because before we didn't apply the antidote, we didn't have the training into applying the antidote to this kind of hindrances, so they are fully present. So in the beginning of the meditation, these kind of things like sleep, mental dullness, laxity, lethargy, or some kind of agitation, distraction, they will happen frequently, strongly, and difficult to remove because we don't have training to removing those. So that's we also in the image, we see the dark color on the animals, which is progressively removed to reveal the true color of the animal at the end. Because in the beginning, you have lots of these kind of hindrances, which when more you practice, they will be more and more removed. So in the first stage, maybe you have a lot of difficulty, but when you achieve the 5th and the 6th stage, after it's more easier and easier because the hindrances are almost or completely removed.
텐답에 띵인지 림바 굴라 때네 텐데게네 신의 야보직 토바다 족보 토비하기 탑람라보데 약슈 가르세네 그런 게 튼제 야보지고 그래 튼제 마세베 신의 공병원라 차득라보데 저라도 야보고 그래 생각한 적이 실로 로발랑원의 차득 저라 야보시 튼제 상보지 요베네 하는 거라도 차와 가리나 족부 룹도 그래 봐서 텐데게 띵인지 굿룹에 안에 다 저게 차진라보데 가리고 그래서네 어다 튼제다 저라도 야보지고 그래서 야 숙세스요 하나.
And in order to be able to progress correctly on these 9 stages and eventually to achieve the calm abiding mind, you need also to put into place in our daily life, like the conducive conditions. So as in any kind of project or activity, we need also to have some kind of conditions for this project to achieve the same thing. And also, as in any activity, we need to prepare before we do this kind of activity. So also for meditation, there are some preparation that need to be done in order to improve and to enhance and facilitate the progress of meditation.
전환주게 무두이베스 실로라 유고론 좀 끼부 제제 자제부 야부 시바는 오나 자득의 야부세 안에 튼jen한테도 야부지 좀 되네. 근데 유고론 좀 기부용 그래 봤어. 대면에 안에 이거는 좀 로베니 강이 시작돼. 그래서 람나 강에 건다 강에.
Do you agree that it is the same? Like, for example, we look our daily activity. For example, we go for a trip, we go for travel, like a vacation. So if we prepare well, we put all into place where we will stay, what we will visit, etc. with good preparation, and we bring everything that we need, like all the good conditions. So your trip will be very easy and you will profit. But if you lack some condition like visa or whatever things that you need, you don't prepare well, you don't have all the good conditions, so your trip will be a problem. You don't have a place to stay, you don't know where to go, etc., etc. So it's the same thing for meditation.
다 대인도발 대행 jorwada 튼제 소셔 두주민도 아니 셈네베 탑구디 예버셔야게 두주민도 이내야 다 대행게 돈다라고 짓는데 레시하게 요스.
So today, for sure, we don't have time in just few minutes to explain all these kind of stages and hindrance and how to overcome them and how to prepare for meditation and how to put all the into place the conducive condition, but just to introduce you to that.
다 된도 발라 신의 토백에 띵해진 게네 림바 구바 되게 땅 안쪽에 제기야 되네 람네 TV네 당보대 안에 셈 난도 욕바 신인들스 셈 난도 욕스도 발라 셈데 실로게 제 니다 때무 고바 남도라 마셔봐 신의 난도 주 소소게 템바데 시신게 나는 주 욕스도 나는 주 심시야 되스.
The first of these 9 concentrations or stages of meditation to achieve calm abiding is called the inner placement of the mind. So the inner placement or the inner stabilization is that you prevent your mind to be distracted to external things, and that instead of being completely distracted to outside, you will place or stabilize your mind inside.
결혼적 신의 고민도 발라 얘네 속부대 대단도 주배 직부 야부시고 셰 얘네 결혼적 생문 나로라 아니 내가 촉보단 초모단 레가다 내게는 즉 중단 손지 야야다는 내가 기단 시민단 텐데 그 부구단 아만단 텐데 그 삼로제 코제 내샤바 있네 배진대 곰마르다스 심 난도 적투고 말아서 텐데 삼로 쇼베는 곰마르스.
If not, for example, you sit in the proper posture, you really look externally, you look like good meditator because you put your good posture and you don't move like that. But internally, your mind is traveling all the world, is meeting your family, you are working, you're making all your projects for the week like this. So this is not meditation. This is not inner placement of the mind. It's complete distraction and agitation. So it will not work.
디도 창마 바까 투버제네 템바단 시생게 두 심네 심네기 미유라 오 텐데게 개와라 쪼베 즉 텐데게 준주 숙침부지 개야라 네툼네 야부여레스 네 텐데지 토구도 삼면은 셈난도 주데 야보시네도 델라로 야보지 콤소네 안에 림바니바스마 콩그레스 시방나바 된 넬하보시오레스 당보드 깔레 가시오레스.
So in the beginning, that's the hardest level because you have the strongest presence of things that prevent your mind to be calm. So at this time, you have to recognize that your mind needs to be kind of pacified. So recognizing that this kind of mental agitation, distraction is preventing your mind to be in peace. So you try your best to keep the mind focused on one object, to place the mind inside. And after training into that for a period, you achieve this kind of capacity to place your mind inside for a short period of time. So after, slowly you can go to second level and following like that.
어다 텐데게 심 난도 아니 족도 발라 소소 족고 심 준도 시고 제비나 심 난도 족인도 발라 텐데게 소소게 제게 친구다 남인다 남도 된데베 란싱기 뷰라 깨용고 두네 아니 곰자 잠샤네 아니 제 리딩 피주시한다보다 아니 된데게 제 젠레스게 숭아 동양다보다 아니 mik바시야다보다 되네 우파주다 된데게 탑람 망보셔레스 디 탑람 드링션 셔야 되지미도
Also, when you try to achieve that, for example, you have great enthusiasm to do that, but naturally your mind is too much habituated to overthink and have too much distraction. So at this time, you can use different techniques. So today, we don't have time to explain in detail, but so for example, we can use the sound of the external, could be like singing bowl or another kind of sound, which will be used here. Because your mind has difficulty to concentrate inside, and it's much easier to concentrate when there's an external focus when we begin. So we will kind of distract the mind from this inner distraction to an external object, which will help after to focus the mind inside. We focus externally, so a sound or even could be something visual or something that you focus outside. to help you after to focus inside.
디두지야 창마로 심 난도 조베 탑람을 마도베 곰군에 말하다. 띵인 증문에 말했어. 그 탑람지레스. 심 시부 잉루고도네 고바 매버서야. 탑람지레 마도베 띵인 증 고메케 말했어.
Those actually they are not what we call meditation. They are just techniques for helping you in order to prepare for meditation. Meditation is something inside. It should be done by the mind, but because you have some difficulty and it's a good assistant, you use this kind of technique to help you to come back inside after. Yes, we will try short meditation to do that. Okay, we'll try just a short time to concentrate the mind.
lo be yu la yin wa xi jin yang da dong la zu jin zu ba yi xi ne lak dong sun du de we la nyu du yu la je wa jin ye lo chang ju sem jo ren bo ma je ba na je ju ro je wa nya ba me ba ya kong ne kong du be bo Voilà. Thank you so much you join today's us together. We are so happy with you today and tomorrow. You are welcome. So now I leave you. You need to take lunch time.
Yeah.
Lunch time. So we continue this afternoon. You know our program. Thank you so much, Jason, to with me translation and all things you to organize. Then everybody, thank you so much coming here. We are so happy. Then I leave to you. I hope you enjoy what we're talking, compassion and wisdom. These two method in calm abiding. Then our goal, object to inner peace, happiness. Just there's 4 instruction. Calm abiding to basically beginning, draw, go. Door looks. Then we go in the road, compassion, wisdom. Where go to get happiness? This is simple. Too much talking, but it's simple. Not complicated, you know. I like, you know, this logic, you know, not the magic, it's a logic, how to go this, our mind. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Jason, something you told?
Yeah, so we just take time for lunch. So we have at 2 o'clock, we have another workshop for today, and we will continue tomorrow. So you're most welcome if you have time this afternoon, tomorrow. If you have also a question, you're free to ask us, or Yeshema is there behind. Also another teacher of Paramita Center, Nora, there. So you can, yeah, or just among you can also discuss. So yeah. So I think we don't have time now for a question, but afternoon we can take some time.
Yeah, question you put a question.
So if you are, I don't know in the UK, but you are now anyway, we take 2 hours. You know, now here it's 12. So for us will be 2. So I don't know, for you in 2 hours, we will start again.
Emoji 좋아지겠습니다.
So
give me the do dance.
Give
me you more. Can I just
okay? Okay. Okay, so have a good lunch or dinner.
Then you are welcome, you know, not forgetting our teachings. Teachings continue 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, you know, if you like tea or biscuit, cookie, you might.
Cookies, Tibetan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you eat. Yeah, we love that. We eat cookies, coffees, tea, chai, everything.